You may have heard the word Juneteenth, but do you know the real story? It's more than barbecues, red soda, or a summer celebration. Juneteenth is a story of freedom delayed, resilience tested, and truth hidden. This is the real story of Juneteenth and why it still matters today. Let's go back to the middle of the Civil War. On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, declaring that all enslaved people in Confederate states were forever free. But here's the truth. This promise wasn't enforced everywhere. It relied on Union troops to reach Southern lands and liberate by force. And in Texas, the westernmost Confederate state, freedom didn't come overnight. For more than 2 years after emancipation, over 250,000 Black people in Texas remained enslaved. Why? Because slaveholders didn't tell them, and no one made them. In fact, many plantation owners moved to Texas on purpose, believing they could hide from Union forces and continue slavery in secret. Freedom was stolen, delayed, silenced. Finally, on June 19, 1865, Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, with 2,000 troops. He issued General Order No. 3, announcing that all slaves are free. That day became Juneteenth, a fusion of June and 19th, and for the first time, freedom became real for thousands. Newly freed Black Texans didn't wait for permission to celebrate. They held parades, prayer meetings, cookouts, and dressed in their finest clothes. For many, Juneteenth became a second Independence Day. It was a day to honor the ancestors, to claim dignity, and to dream of something better. But just like Reconstruction, Juneteenth was nearly erased. White officials pushed back. Jim Crow laws suppressed Black history and joy. Some towns even banned Juneteenth celebrations outright. Yet, Black communities held the line. They bought land, like Emancipation Park in Houston, so they could gather in peace. Juneteenth was never just about history. It was a quiet act of resistance. It wasn't until the 1980s that Texas made Juneteenth an official state holiday. Then, slowly, other states followed. But after the murder of George Floyd in 2020, something changed. People across the country searched for deeper truth and looked to Juneteenth. By 2021, Juneteenth was finally recognized as a federal holiday, more than 150 years after the last enslaved people were freed. Juneteenth isn't just about the past. It's a reminder that freedom delayed is still injustice, that even when the law changes, the fight for equality, dignity, and truth must continue. It's a day to honor the ancestors, to celebrate joy, to commit to justice, because none of us are free until all of us are free. Like, comment, and subscribe to keep these stories alive. Drop a comment. What does freedom mean to you?